Hello everyone, welcome to Vitakshila classes. So we were discussing science previous year question papers of CDS exam. So we have been done with biology section. Now it's time for physics and next we will do chemistry. So let's begin. The first question is here in front of you. The size of a particle being studied in nanotechnology is about 1 Armstrong to 10 nanometers, 1 to 100 nanometers, 1 to 50 nu, 1 to 1 millimeter to 10 millimeter. So the correct answer is answer B, 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. See, nanotechnology is a field of research and study of very minute things which can be applied across all the science field such as chemistry, biology, physics, material science, etc. Remember, 1 Armstrong is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meters. Remember this. This can come next time. So our second question is here. The weight of an object is due to the net force acting on it, the total of all forces acting on it irrespective of their direction, the force that it exerts on the ground, and D, its inert property. So the correct answer is option C. See, weight is a synonym of force that act all the time on all the objects on the ground. If anything is on the ground, weight will act. It is a universal force of attraction. And remember that the earth pulls all the object with the force of gravity downwards towards the center of the earth. Like if an object is flying, it is having the force downwards. There is a force which is pulling it downwards. So let's move to our next slide. This is our third slide, and it is the direction of acceleration of uniform circular motion is along the direction of motion, B, tangent to the circle at the point of observation, C, direction of velocity, and D, direction perpendicular to velocity. So the correct answer is option D. See, if the object is moving in the circular motion along the circular pathway at constant speed, so the acceleration will be perpendicular to the velocity, like this. So let's move to our next slide. How many internal reflection of light take place in the formation of primary rainbow? A, options A 0, B 1, C 2, or D more than 2. So the correct answer is option B, 1. See, remember, when the sunbeam is being reflected or refracted once by the droplet, a primary rainbow is formed. You know, the rainbow is formed. There are various colors, 7 colors. So they are formed by the droplets which are presented on the atmosphere. And when a sunbeam light, reflected and 2 times refracted from it, then the rainbow is formed. Alright. So let's move to our next slide. The correct answer is option B, 1. Which one of the following law of electromagnetism does not give the direction of magnetic field? A, right hand thumb rule, Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule, or Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So it is very easy, it's option D, Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. See, Faraday's law is the basic law of electromagnetism, which explained that a magnetic field interacts with the electric circuits to produce an electromagnetic force, and the phenomena is known as electromagnetic induction. Now, who was the following is pioneer to discovering the heating effect of electric current? Option A, Isaac Newton, Galileo Galilei, James P. Joule, or D, option J.J. Thomson. The correct answer is option C, James P. Joule. Our seventh question is, a non-spherical shining spoon can generally be considered as a spherical mirror, parabolic mirror, plane mirror, or lens. The correct answer is option B, parabolic mirror. Most of people think it's plane mirror. No, it's not plane mirror. It's a parabolic mirror. See, this is how parabolic mirror looks like. Parabolic mirror, it captures it captures the lights. You can see that it captures the light and focus them into a point. Here it is, we can see in the figure, and here it is its example. See, you can see that there is one point where all the lights meets, and this is like this, moves like this, and then reflect and join a single point where all the reflected light meets, like this. Let's move to our next slide. Now it's our ninth question. Which one of the following is an electric conductor? A plastic sheet, distilled water, human body, T, a wooden thin sheet. The correct answer is option C. See, we all know that plastics and the wooden thin sheet and distilled water does not contain iron, but human body contains various ions. So the electric current can easily move through a human body. So that's why answer C is correct. Now it's our 10th question. Yes. We are given the 3 copper wires of different length and different area of cross section. Which one of the following would have highest resistivity? Option A, copper wire with 50 centimeter length and 1 millimeter diameter, copper wire of 23 centimeter length and 0.5 millimeter diameter, copper wire of 10 centimeter length and 2.0 millimeter diameter, and option D, all the wires would have same resistivity. See, resistivity is equal to the resistance into area of cross section upon length of the wire. Remember, resistivity depends on various factors. It depends on the material and their ability to conduct electricity, and it also depends on the temperature of the material. If a temperature increases, resistivity increases. And remember, as we talked, that resistivity depends on the material and its ability to conduct electricity, and we all know that copper is a very good conductor of electricity and provides low level of resistivity. So our correct answer will be option D. All of the wires will have the same resistivity because all are made of copper wires, and copper wire is a very good conductor of electricity. So thank you and have a nice day.